Jeffrey's so nice to you. He gives you so many compliments and he bigs you up. What a nice guy. But then you leave the room. That is when Jeffrey shows his true colors. He insults you. He makes fun of you. He tells jokes at your expense when you're not there. The secrets that you tell your Jeffrey friend, what you told him in confidence, he reveals to others. Jeffrey is the stereotypical low-value young man. Adonis. Adonis praises you, and you feel your heartbeat go faster. Eye contact from Adonis is like sunlight for your soul. What a beautiful experience. His words of encouragement make you feel so good. But then you leave the room. Guess what Adonis does? Guess how Adonis speaks about you after you leave the room. He compliments you even more. He brings up your best traits even when you're not around. What a beautiful experience it would be to have a friend like Adonis. Oh, I just remembered a cringy story. Oh my god. Year 6. So I'm about, I think that's like 11 years old, 11 or 12 years old. I moved to this city where I live now, which is in Warrington, and we've moved from Liverpool. It's already like pretty much the end of primary school. That's like, I've got to always explain it for the Americans. Well, what do you guys call it? Like, we have it primary school. You guys call it like, what the do they call it? I go to a new school. There's just a couple of months left of the entire like year and we're about to go to high school. I'm being introduced there. I'm the only brown kid, obviously. And I believe it's on one of the first day that one of the girls there was like helping me with stuff, like, you know, to find things. And, you know, she was told to kind of look after me and she was really nice. And I was a dumbass, bro. They show me like this wall of like paintings or something, you know, like the kids had made, and this new guy that I just become friends with shows me his, and his is really good. So I'm like, oh my god, you know, yours is really good. For some reason I have the audacity to say, oh, but the one to the left of yours looks like a mess. And the girl who's just been helping me all day bursts into tears. The teacher calls me out, and obviously it's her. Oh my god, bro. I'm still cringing to this day. That's so f***ing awkward. For most of my life, I've been one of those low-quality people who finds it easier to insult and criticize than to praise. And that is totally evident in how I come across in these videos. A huge intention I've had over the last month is to speak more positively, because that does result in more influence. I come across and I am a bit of an asshole, and I speak quite arrogantly and like serious, and, you know, I swear at you and you keep coming back for more. So what's interesting is that even though I'm not following like the best protocols for influence, that I should be praising you way more than I actually do, and I should be insulting you less. You can see that there's still a good level of success with what we're doing here. So you can make things work when you're kind of like a normal person who gives out insults and criticism. But just because something works doesn't mean that it's the best that you could do. On our self-improvement journey, we strive to just continuously keep making progress in all areas of life. How we communicate with one another is so important. It's one of the most important things that you'll ever take the time to improve. One thing that you'll notice is that the highest quality people in your life, like the guys who are like up there, not just in one area, not just because they can sleep with lots of girls, or not just because they look like Chad or they make a lot of money, but they have like everything, that the full package. You'll notice that those people are so much more positive, and they give out more compliments, and they'll hype you up. It's the low quality people who give out the insults. So how about you take some accountability right now? Which one are you? Let's say you're sat there with a couple of friends, and then one friend leaves. Then your other friend says something, like some gossip about him. So, he did this bad thing. Oh, he messed up doing this thing, and everyone's laughing at him. Do you contribute to that? Don't just be a little bitch and lie because we're talking about this right now and you want to appear to be the highest quality person. Be totally honest, because this is how you'd be able to improve. Use your awareness and think, wait, are you one of those people who would aid the gossip? Would you start the gossiping? Would you insult someone who's not there? Would you insult your friends when he is right there in front of you? Are you that one dickhead who, when there's girls nearby, starts making fun of his friends? I fucking hate those guys, bro. Now you want to be a fucking comedian. You haven't told a single funny joke, but now that there's a female here, you want to be a fucking clown. Or do you praise people? Do you encourage them? Do you compliment them? Encouraging people is one of the most beautiful, most important things that you can do if you want to improve your social skills, if you want to become a leader. People go to wherever they feel listened to and encouraged. That could mean that people will go to you if you're that person. And people either run away or cling on in a weird, like traumatic, self-defense, counterintuitive way to the people who insult them and hurt them. And you don't want people like that, those defenseless, vulnerable people. You don't want them to stick onto you because you're the one who kind of triggers their childhood trauma. How do you talk about people? Just a few days ago, I was in the jacuzzi in my gym with my really, really good friend, my best friend, Chris, and then a new friend that we've made named Sam. And Sam, he was so engaged in the conversation, asking us really good questions, asking me questions about YouTube, the videos I make about NoFap, entrepreneurship and everything. We're going to the sauna, we're talking about stuff, and eventually Sam leaves. So he fist bumps us and he leaves. And the first thing, I'm actually proud that I said, the first thing that I said was, he's a sick guy. I think a few years ago, for some reason, I would have found like something to criticize about him. It's weird how your brain works. Like you understand it's not a good thing. You want to be better than that, but it's like your brain for some reason wants to pick out some kind of criticism. I made a video on this channel titled, "But You Still Have Small Legs," and it's the same concept. You can see someone who's doing some good work, who's celebrating an achievement like their body transformation from the gym. And it's like your brain will straight away think of criticisms. Oh, he's still got small legs and his forearms could use more work. Is it helpful? I mean, yeah, technically. Does it make you a dick? Yes, of course it does. I remember seeing like one of those memes which said that when girls are around each other, they really praise each other, they really compliment each other, and when they're then separated, a lot of girls will then like talk negatively of their friends, whereas it's the opposite for guys. When we're around each other, we'll roast into each other, we'll swear at each other, but when we're apart, that's when we'll compliment, and that's when we'll only say like good things about each other. That meme is probably sexist and it's not like totally accurate, but I think there is like a little bit of truth in that. The best men are those that have that friendly brotherly relationship where we can roast each other with love, but then when they're not together, you'll only ever hear them say good things about their friends. If there's a criticism that you have, you bring it to your friend sincerely, privately, in hopes to actually aid their self-improvements. You don't bring it up in front of someone else. Scroll down right now and click on the share button underneath this video. Send the link over to a Jeffrey friend who might gossip too much. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.